Theorem 6.4, which is called side theorem, according to which if in two triangles sides of one triangle are proportional to the sides of the other triangle, then their corresponding angles are equal and hence the two triangles are similar. You remember that previous theorem 6.3 was angle theorem, in which corresponding angles were given equal and we had to prove that the sides are proportional. In this theorem, which is side theorem, sides are given proportional and angles are equal that we have to prove. So here we are given two triangles ABC and DEF. Given triangles ABC and DEF such that their corresponding sides are proportional, we are given. That means AB upon DE is equal to AC upon DF is equal to BC upon EF. This we are given. And we have to prove that angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E, and angle C is equal to angle F. And triangle ABC similar to triangle DEF. So once again we will do some construction on this. Construction we always do on the larger triangle where some desired points can be taken out. So on this triangle DEF I am taking 2 points P and Q. Take 2 points P and Q on DE and DF such that DP is equal to AB, DQ is equal to AC. Okay? And further, join PQ. Let us join PQ also. Let's start the proof. Since AB upon DE is equal to AC upon DF, we are given three relations. So I am using these two. AB upon DE is equal to AC upon DF. That implies we can replace AB by DP and AC by DQ. So DP upon DE is equal to DQ upon DF. Since AB is equal to DP, AC is equal to DQ by construction. Okay. So here, since we want DE to be removed, DE and DF to be removed from this. So as I have explained you earlier that whatever the part of the ratio we want to be removed, it should remain in numerator, and whatever the part we want to sustain, it should come in denominator. So here I will apply invert tandem. DE upon DP will be equal to DF upon dq. Okay. Now DE and DF are the whole sides, and if from the whole side we want to take out the part, we apply dividendo in that. So here I will apply dividendo by subtracting one both sides. By applying dividendo, dE upon dP minus 1 is equal to dF upon dQ minus 1. Yeah. That means by taking out the LCM, dE minus dP upon dP is equal to dF upon dF minus dQ upon dQ. So if we subtract dP from dE, we get PE. PE upon dP is equal to, and if we subtract dQ from dF, we get QF. So QF upon dQ. So as I told you that when we apply invertendo, then whatever the ratio we inverted, we have to erect it. So once again we will apply here invertendo. So dP upon PE is equal to dQ upon QF. Okay. Now look at this figure. dP upon PE is equal to dQ upon QF. That means now we are in state that we can use converse of BPT, which says that when the ratios are equal, the side is proportional to the third side. Okay, so we get PQ parallel to EF. That implies by converse of BPT, basic proportionality theorem, PQ is parallel to EF. Right? PQ is parallel to EF. Now if PQ is parallel to EF, angle P will be equal to angle E, angle Q is equal to angle F, as they both are corresponding angles. It implies angle P is equal to angle E, angle Q is equal to angle F, being corresponding angles. Now children, look at these two triangles. Triangle DPQ and triangle DEF. Angle P is equal to angle E, angle Q is equal to angle F, and angle D, which is common in both the triangles, smaller triangle also and larger triangle also. So triangle DPQ is similar to triangle DEF by angle, 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 by using previous theorem. Okay? Also, triangle DPQ is similar to triangle DEF by angle, angle, angle criteria. Now children, here one thing you have to keep in mind, that angle, angle, angle criteria can be also used as angle, angle criteria, because if in two triangles their corresponding two angles are equal, then third angle automatically becomes equal due to angle sum property of triangles. Okay? But here we will write triple A only. In exam you can write double A also, angle angle also. This will also work. Okay. Now triangle DPQ is similar to triangle DEF. This means that their corresponding sides will be proportional. So dP upon DE is equal to DQ upon DF is equal to PQ upon EF. Okay? dP upon dE is equal to dQ upon dF is equal to PQ upon EF. Okay? That implies, now you must remember that dP and dQ we have taken by construction equal to AB and AC. So we can say here AB upon DE is equal to AC upon DF is equal to PQ upon EF. Let this be the first relation. And also we are given that AB upon DE is equal to AC upon DF is equal to BC upon EF. This we are given. Let this be second. So AB upon DE is equal to AC upon DF is equal to PQ upon EF is equal to BC upon EF. So by 1 and 2, PQ upon EF is equal to BC upon EF. Right? So if EF cancels, we get PQ is equal to BC. Let this be the third. Okay, now let's come back to this triangle again. We have taken DP is equal to AB by construction, DQ is equal to AC by construction, and here we have proved that BC is equal to PQ. Let's take triangle ABC and triangle DPQ. That implies in triangle ABC and triangle DPQ, AB is equal to DP, AC is equal to DQ both by construction, and BC is equal to PQ by equation number 3. That implies triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DPQ by side. This implies that angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle P, angle C is equal to angle Q by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. But if you look at this relation, angle P is equal to angle E and angle Q is equal to angle F. We have proved it. So here P will be replaced by E and Q will be replaced by F. That implies angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E, angle C is equal to angle F. We have proved above. So In these two triangles, when sides were given proportional, we have proved that angle A is equal to D, B is equal to E, and C is equal to F. That means, according to side theorem, if corresponding sides are proportional, then their corresponding angles are equal, and hence the two triangles are similar. Hence, proved. Children, this theorem has lot of turns and lot of use of relations, applications. So you must read this theorem couple of times, even more than that, because this theorem is, besides being very interesting, it is a little difficult also. So I will request you to read this theorem 2 times, 3 times, and then practice it to learn it. Okay?